Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Okay? Wake up, guys. Wake up. There you go. Hope you guys are enjoying this Sunday. We got playoffs, of course, this afternoon. We'll probably do a little live stream during some of the games and, be hooking up with you guys right now. I actually have a bunch of work to do. It's literally 65 freaking degrees outside right now, so I'm cleaning up some leaves outside, doing some work in my workshop, and Michael Anthony is taking care of painting our shelves and stuff, so that way those of you who've ordered your shot glass racks or have become Joe Boo tailgate members, you can get your shot glass set and shot glass rack and stuff hopefully by the end of the week. So word out is that Kansas City is planning on signing Patrick Mahomes, as well as the Texans are working on Deshaun Watson's deals. And basically Kansas City is saying, well, we're going to get it done right after they get the collective bargaining agreement, which is going to change a lot depending on when it's done. Because here's the deal. I brought that up that the Cowboys need to hurry up and get a deal done for Dak Prescott. I said that last year this time. I said the Cowboys need to get that deal done. And everybody's like, oh, you're just a Dak lover. You just want to make sure he gets paid and screw the team. No, on the contrary. I want to clear the air right now. If you think there's a better option out there for the Dallas Cowboys that they can do, please, by all means, tell me what the better option is. I know some of you will say, well, let's go ahead and draft Tua. Well, in order to draft Tua, you're going to have to go ahead and trade up to get there, quite a lot. And when you look at what some of the compensation has been to move up just 3 or 4 spots, we're talking about 2 and 3 number ones. Then you're talking about possibly getting a quarterback that might be better than Dak Prescott down the road. And, of course, then not being able to get other players to go around with them. But be that as may. I know some of you will say, get Tom Brady, even though Tom Brady's numbers were a lot lower than what Dak Prescott was this year, and that he's 43 years old. But here, I want you to put down there what your replacement. Don't just say bench Dak or replace Dak or he's a bum, get him out of here. Finish the whole statement by saying what you would do that is a better option. And if you don't have a better option, then you got to stick with what you got. But the reason I say get the deal done like I did last year was, last year the franchise tag number was, let me make sure I pull this out because I want to make sure I have my numbers together because we're going to do a little bit of math together, okay? You're going to go to school right now. Last year, quarterback franchise tag number was 24,865. And the way they come up with that number is the average salary of the top 5 by April 1st. April 1st of the season. What is the top 5 quarterbacks' salary? Now, the one thing that could swing that is if it's that year, as in the contract, because there is a variance in what you pay a quarterback for the cap number versus the average salary per year. Okay, but I believe it's average salary per year. But let's look at the difference here, because technically, if you say the salary cap value per year for last season, Matthew Stafford got $30.7 million for that year. Aaron Rodgers got 29. Kirk Cousins got 29. Russell Wilson. That's an actual money that was paid for that year on the cap. That's the actual cap number. But in reality, here's what you actually had. Average per year, Russell Wilson at 35, Big Ben at 34, Aaron Rodgers at 33.5, Jared Goff at 33.5, Carson Wentz at 32, and Matt Ryan at 30. It's not that I'm saying, Dak Prescott, let's break the bank. What I'm trying to say is you need to get the thing done sooner than later so you save money and you're not breaking the bank. Because as you say, oh, well, let's just franchise tag him. Well, here's the problem. Let me read to you exactly what the NFL states a franchise tag is. An exclusive franchise tag player must be offered a 1-year contract to the amount no less than the average of the top 5 salaries at the position of the date in April of the current year in which the tag applies. Okay? Or, if it's a second tag, it's 120% of the player's previous year's salary, whichever is greater. Okay, so hypothetically, let's pull out the calculator here. You got Russell Wilson at 35. You got Big Ben at 34. You got 33.5 for Aaron frickin' Rodgers. You got 33.5 for Jared Goff, which is just a crazy. And you got 32 for Carson Wentz. So that's $168 million divided by 5. Oh, excuse me. That comes out to $33.6 million. Now, if we take that 33, because let's say we franchise tag him this year. Okay, so currently it's 33.6 by the average salary. If nothing changed, if nobody else got any more contracts, then multiply that by 120%, which would be, if nothing changed, it would be $40 million to franchise tag him for that second year. So that comes up to $73.92 million for 2 seasons. And what you have probably is a guy who says, F you, I'm leaving. You got no guarantees that he's coming back. He's a free agent. Or you finally have to decide, we're going to go ahead and do that long-term deal. Now, hypothetically, here's the deal. Let's say that Pat Mahomes, who wants to have a record deal, and here's the way you look at it. Understand, this is where we were last year. Last year, this time, Aaron Rodgers was the highest at 33.5. And then it was Matt Ryan at 30 million, right? Then Russell Wilson, boom, he got 35. Big Ben, he then got 34. Then Carson Wentz got the 32. Then Jared Goff got the 33. Nobody went down, below that 30 million. Everybody was above, with the exception of Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers. Everybody was. And even if you go down to Jacoby Brissett has got $27.9 million. Jacoby Brissett. As you go down, Kirk Cousins, 28, Jimmy Garoppolo, 27, Matthew Stafford, 27. So if you've got guys like Matthew Stafford that are making 27 who haven't busted a grape, or Derek Carr that are making 26, how is it you feel that you're going to be able to get Dak Prescott down here for less? But okay, let's say that Pat Mahomes signs a deal that's $40 million, which is not out of the realm of possibility. And of course, you have Deshaun Watson, who wants to wait until after Patrick Mahomes' deal is done, because he wants to maximize his as well. Let's say that he doesn't break the bank, but let's say he gets 38. So then we still have Russell Wilson at 35. Then we have Big Ben at 34. And then we have Aaron frickin' Rodgers at 33.5. That's 180 million divided by 5. Now all of a sudden, that franchise tag price goes to 36.1. So that goes up almost $3 million right there. Okay? And if we multiply that by 120%, then that means that's $43.32 million next year, the following year. So, if you take that plus the 36.1, that is now $79 million. $79 million, be it hard money. Let me say it again, hard money. Because when you franchise tag a guy, that is a hard number. There is no backloading it or, signing bonus. That is the actual cap hit. So now you're talking about spending. If you franchise tag Dak Prescott, you're talking about, in essence, $80 million for 2 years. It's $40 million a year just about. So again, explain, and you have no guarantee that you're going to have him. So now explain to me again why it is better to franchise tag Dak Prescott as opposed to getting a long-term deal. Let me give you something else here. I want you to understand, as we look at what Russell Wilson did here, this $140 million deal, okay, which averages $35 million a year, right? Take a look at this. His cap hit number last year, $26 million. Even though it's averaging $35 million, it was $9 million less on the cap last year. Now, as the Dallas Cowboys sit here, with about $87 million of cap space before they make any moves or anything, before they try and sign people, which is great, there's a big difference between paying $33 million of that, $33 million of that to the quarterback versus, say, 26. $9 million can be Robert Quinn. That's what you're looking at. So it's great for the team not to have a risk in franchise tagging somebody, but your quarterback, if I'm the quarterback, here's the way I'm looking at this, because I honestly believe the fact that they did not get that deal done changed the way that Dak Prescott played, because I'm not playing with reckless abandon when I know that if I break my leg, I am done. I'm not having any long-term security, especially after I've already played for 3+ years and I've only made $4 million, what somebody like Aaron Rodgers will make in 2 games. I'm not running the ball and risking my neck until I know that you're all in on me. And I can't blame that person at all. And if you end up franchise tagging me, you're doing the same thing, because then it says, you know what, I'm looking at DeMarcus Lawrence, who had 2 good years that you broke the bank for and gave him $100 million. I'm looking at Zeke Elliott, who held out and got paid and didn't play anywhere near like, say, Henry did. And you're telling me, after I've gone out there and done everything that I need to do, where I have literally gotten better at each year, where I literally came 1 yard away from the franchise record in yardage, that you still cannot commit past 1 year? And if you dare do that a second year, I'm looking for the exit like Kirk Cousins did. And you look and see where the Redskins are right now after blowing it with Kirk Cousins. They gave him $45 million for 2 franchise tags. He walks away, and they're still in a quarterback hole. And, in fact, here's what's amazing. Alex Smith got $20 million this year, even though he may never play football again. And guess what? Alex Smith will get another $20 million next year. Had they signed Kirk Cousins to a deal, I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is going to be a Super Bowl quarterback, but you start looking at the Alex Smiths, you start looking at drafting the Haskins and using a number 1 pick, you look at the Case Keenums that you signed, you're spending right now over $30 million for a quarterback in Washington. And you can't tell me that all of them combined are worth what Dak Prescott is. Now, you can say, well, you just love Dak. You only want Dak Prescott paid. I want to see the Dallas Cowboys succeed and win. And it's to their advantage to get Dak Prescott done right now before Pat Mahomes and before Deshaun Watson get paid, because it's going to make the franchise tag price go up. And if they get that deal done, it's going to give them more cap room to be able to sign some of those other free agents that we have and want to keep, or to bring in ones that will fit the new coaching staff. If the Dallas Cowboys are stupid enough, and I say stupid enough, to franchise tag him now, and the franchise tag currently for next year, the following year, if nobody else gets paid as a quarterback, being $40 million is ridiculous. And if only two of these quarterbacks get paid and break the bank, it's going to be 43. And more than likely, there's other guys out there that will get paid as well. And since the market's been reset, are going to be in that 30 range. It will cost you more money down the road. Had they done DeMarcus Lawrence's the year before, it would have cost them less, and maybe he wouldn't have sat on his fat ass with a broken shoulder waiting to get paid to get it fixed, and maybe he would have been a better player on the field. Now, you can say that I'm just a Dak Prescott. You just want to give all the money to Dak Prescott. That guy has done everything that you could have asked a quarterback, above and beyond, and has not been compensated one iota. He's already given a the hometown discount to the Dallas Cowboys. He has gotten them out of cap hell because they were able to get out from under Des Bryant, Tony Romo's, and other bad contracts. You need to get this thing done now, or you risk being quarterbackless in a couple seasons. That's the way I look at it. If you got a better solution, then please, by all means, let me know. And oh, by the way, the cap is set to go up another $10 million this offseason as well. And when they get that collective bargaining agreement done, by the way, when they end up having somebody paying to stream and they redo the television contract, you're going to see that salary cap balloon up probably by about $50 million, in which case this contract, if you do sign them at 35, 36 to 37, will be chump change in 3 years. Just like now we look at Kirk Cousins' deal and say, damn, wish we could get a deal like Kirk Cousins. We didn't say that a couple seasons ago. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, enjoyed the math class.